Dear students, I welcome you all for the academic year 2021. Subject name is Financial Management. This is Dr. Ravi Tej. You have a prior knowledge about the subject. In your previous class, you might have known about the basic definitions of financial management. It's neither accounting paper nor mathematics paper. It's a combination of both. In short, financial management is all about effective utilization of funds into the business. Managing of finance. Management includes generating, investing, and ensuring the returns. That is called financial management. In a modern business, the role of finance plays a major role because utilization of funds in various business sectors play a major role in profit generation. So, the management of finance is a blood cell to the business. You may be good in your production, you may be good in your sales, you may be good in your human resources management, but all these depends on finance. The word finance starts with generation of capital. Straight away, we are going to the third unit, that is cost of capital. Cost of capital, the word cost of capital. We know what is capital. Capital is nothing but investment. This capital, how the companies generate capital. How the company generate the required capital. The required capital can be generated by the companies with these two sources, long-term sources and short-term sources. This is called long-term capital and short-term capital. In financial management, we will not worry about short-term capital and we will not generate short-term capital, and we will not pay our attention on creating short-term capital. We know what is short-term capital: getting credit, loan from the friends, known relatives, short-term loans from commercial banks, pledging something and getting loan against our documents or any land or any jewels. This are all the short-term source of generating finance which are required for the business. That will not influence more on business management. Whereas long-term sources are the blood cells of the business. The major portion of the capital depends on long-term sources. Let us see what are all the long-term sources. Before that, we should understand what is cost of capital. Cost of capital is a cost incurred to the company while generating the capital. When you generate a capital, few cost incurred happens. What all the cost happens? That can be defined with the following definition. Let us read the definition of cost of capital. Cost of capital is the minimum rate of return which a firm requires as a condition for undertaking an investment. This will give you very vague idea about cost of capital. It is nothing but, as I told you, there are few sources to generate capital, namely long term. Let us forget about short term. We are talking about long term. What are all the sources? Long term sources. This long-term sources includes issue of debentures, issue of preference shares, issue of equity shares, and retained earnings. These four are the major long-term source of generating the capital. We know the difference between debentures and shares. Debenture is a kind of a certificate which is issued to the debenture holders. Those who are giving credit to the company on long-term basis. For debenture holders, company will pay interest to their investments. If company earns profit or do not earn profit, company has to pay a fixed amount of interest to the debenture holders. For example, if debenture holder invest 10,000 rupees in our organization, for 10,000 every year company will pay 8% interest, namely sometimes 8% or sometimes 10%. It depends upon the company's financial strength. It is given by the company every year. If company earn profit or do not earn profit, it will not affect the debenture holders investment. Even at the wind up also, the debenture holders amount will be settled first. Then they will pay their attention on preference shareholders investment and pay their attention on equity shareholders investment. So debenture holders are the purely creditors, in short, creditors to the company, who has given credit to the company on long-term basis. Their investments are always based on 10 years, 15 years, or sometimes 20 years also. Generally, it has two types. Debentures has two types: redeemable and irredeemable, which you can see into the next slide also. Before that, once again I will clarify you what is cost of capital. So cost of capital is the minimum rate of return. The cost of capital is the minimum rate of return which a firm requires as a condition for undertaking an investment. When company undertakes an investment through debenture holders, they list debentures into the market. Debenture holder will invest sum of rupees into the company, and for that the company will pay 8% or 10% interest, depends upon the company's financial strength. So the company will ensure minimum rate of return to the debenture holders on long-term basis. So that is called cost incurred to the company when they generate capital through debenture sources. Okay, so we understood what is debentures. Whereas shares, let us talk about preference shares. This is nothing but the company will issue share certificate into the list stock market. They list their securities into the market. General public will invest money into the company. They have two types, that is preference and equity. Equity shareholders are the absolute owners of the company. It won't be listed into the share market. It will not be listed to the secondary market. Whereas preference shareholders are the only investors. For their investment, what is the cost to the company to generate capital through preference shares? Preference shareholders will invest sum of rupees into the business. For them, company will pay them dividend. In first case one, debentures, company will pay interest to the debenture holders, that is cost incurred to the company. In second case, for preference shareholders, company will pay dividend. That is the difference between debentures and shares. For debenture holders, company will pay you interest. For preference shareholders, company will pay dividend. Whereas the immediate question arises in our mind: if company do not earn profit, how dividend is paid to the preference shareholders? Very simple answer is, company will not pay dividend in the absence of profits. Company will pay dividend to the preference shareholders and equity shareholders only if company earns profit. But in case of debentures, company has to pay 8% interest to their debenture holders if company earns profit or do not earn profit. That is the difference between debentures and preference shares. And that is the same. Equity shareholders, the cost to the company is paying dividend to the equity shareholders also, right? In case 4, retained earnings is nothing but the earnings of the company or profit of the company is retained by the company without distributing the dividend to the shareholders. Why company is not distributing? When company earns profit, dividend has to be paid to the shareholders. I understand. In what circumstances company will not distribute dividends and retain the profits? It is also another source of generating capital. If company is a growing one, it's a growth company recently established, which requires more capital to do more ventures or to establish business, to expand its size, it requires capital. In such circumstances, the company's profit, last year profit, is retained by the company itself. It will not distribute the dividend to the shareholders, and it retains further companies, further expansions for construction of a new building or erection of new machines. In such case, dividend will not be paid. But after getting consult from the shareholders only, such decisions will be taken. So this is also another source of generating capital. What are all the sources we have seen? Issue of debentures, issue of preference shares, issue of equity shares, and retained earnings. These 4 are the major source of generating capital. Right. So let us see calculation of cost incurred to the company when company raises capital from these sources is called cost of capital. So when debentures is issued, what is the cost incurred to the company? Company has to pay interest to their debenture holders. That is the cost to the company, right? When company issue preference shares, what is the cost incurred to the company? Paying dividend to the preference shareholders and equity shareholders are the cost incurred to the company. And retained earnings. When you retain the last year profit, what is the cost? Definitely the existing market share of the investor will increase. For example, the 10 rupees face value of the share will immediately increase into the 11 rupees. Again, we have to pay 11 rupees to the 11 dividend to be paid to the shareholders. So these are all the expenses incurred to the company while generating long-term capital. This can be illustrated by working out few formulas. Dear students, I hope you all understand what is cost of capital. In short, once again I will tell you, cost of capital is the cost incurred to the company while generating capital from these long-term sources. Let us see what are all the cost incurred to the company while issuing debenture certificate to the debenture holders. When we talk about debentures, we already made enough discussions about debentures. There are 2 types of debentures are there. Even shares also 2 types, that is redeemable, irredeemable. First, let us see what is irredeemable debt. The cost of debt means issue of cost incurred to the company while generating the capital through debentures holders. That is called cost of debt. Cost incurred to the company while issuing debentures. What are all the cost? We already discussed interest is the cost incurred to the company. What are the 2 types? Redeemable debt and irredeemable debt. I'll tell you what is redeemable debt and irredeemable debt. These 2 types can be clearly explained in the next statement. What is irredeemable debt? The amount which is received from the debenture holders will not be refunded, and fixed amount of interest is paid to them for every year. That is called irredeemable debt. I hope you understand the statement. What is the statement? The amount which is received from the debenture holders will not be refunded, and fixed amount of interest is paid to them for every year. For example, the investor has invested in debentures rupees 10,000. 8% interest is paid to them in a throughout